Hello!
Hello!
And welcome to my brand new YouTube channel, The Margo Show. Why gild the lily, they say, and don't tell me what to do because I'm going to do what I want anyway. George, I think we're on. We on? Yeah. Oh, Princess Margaret, I do have the picture. She needs to go up somewhere. So I am a drag queen performer from the UK. I am musical theatre trained. I graduated from Performing Arts College 12 years ago, I think this year. That makes me feel really old.
You're so old.
I'm still very young and beautiful.
You lie like a rug.
Oh, do I?
So I have been working professionally for 12 years and I've always loved drag. You know, I grew up watching the likes of Dame Edna, Lily Savage, Danny LaRue, you know, fabulous queens. And I think I always knew that my performance would progress into drag.
No, you'll have to explain that one to me.
I think I always knew deep down that it would happen. As a kid, I was always dressing up in my grandmother's clothes and my sister's clothes, and as most of us queer little children do.
What did you call me?
And I'm very lucky and fortunate that I have been able to do that.
Good luck to you, love. Every little helps.
For some reason, in lockdown 2020, I started on the old tickety-tock, and you know, I'm not down with the kids.
Yeah, you can say that again.
I'm not great with technology.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Didn't have a clue what I was doing.
Yeah, you can say that again.
I was bored in lockdown, so I was like, well, I might as well get in drag and just film some silly things around the house, which I did. And remarkably, it just kind of did quite well. I mean, I never went sort of hugely viral or anything. You know, I'm not like a viral star. But well, I'd go to the doctor.
Vulgarity is no substitute for wit.
Yeah, I had a few videos that kind of did really well, and my followers just sort of kept coming in, and it was, yeah, quite remarkable, really. So I just thought the next natural progression really is to start a YouTube channel. And I've wanted to do this for a very long time.
Very long time.
But, you know, work hasn't allowed it, and, you know, been busy with other things. And I finally had a little bit of spare time on my hands. So I thought, why not? Why not do it now? So, as I said, I am very new to YouTube. Please bear with me.
Bear with?
I am learning to edit and do all these sorts of things along the way. So, bear with.
Bear with?
Bear with.
Bear with? Back.
I do have quite a lot planned. There's a lot of content that I would like to film. I love the history of the royal family. Also queer history. There's some really interesting stories and people that I would like to make some videos about and talk to you about. But then I'm a drag queen.
We're drag queen. Only thing worse is fucking prison.
So, you know, I'll do some makeup bits with you. I have got a little Halloween video. So, yes, that's, you know, the story.
The never-ending story.
That's what we're going with. That's what I plan. And we will see if that works. Shall we? Yes, so my drag name, for those of you who know me, the eager-eyed amongst you will know and notice that my name has changed. I'm rebranding. I'm going for something new. So, well, incorporating something previous, dropped a couple of bits. So let's dive into it, shall we? So going back a very long time ago, back when I was just a young male dancer.
I'm a dancer.
I was in Panto in Southampton, at the Southampton Mayflower, which was a fabulous contract. Thoroughly enjoyed that. I was staying with a friend of mine who was also in the show. And for New Year's Eve, we were having a big glam party, and I decided that I was going to go full elegant drag. And had been put in drag by other people in the past, but had at this point didn't know how to do makeup.
And she held up the Schwimmwear eyelash curler and said, "What is this?"
I was surrounded by some lovely people who helped me a lot. So my friend Ellie helped me with my makeup. I borrowed a dress off of my friend's mum, like a floor-length sequin gown. One of the actors who was playing one of the ugly sisters, the lovely Bunny Galore. Go and find Bunny Galore. She's fabulous. Horror movie, fabulous. Gorgeous, gorgeous queen. She helped me alter the dress a little bit and add a little bit like I'm in now, actually. Bit of a off the shoulder, because I am a man in a dress.
What?
And I've always been very cautious of my shoulders because I'm quite broad. So I try and soften myself.
You're going to soften it. So I'm in all this wispy. So should have seen me look like a cheap rotary line covered in nasty washing.
Bunny, lovely, helped me with altering the dress a little bit. Like I said, Ellie did my helped me. Ellie did my makeup. I don't know why I'm lying.
And she's a liar, the woman. What a liar.
I did nothing. Ellie did my makeup. And it was a really camp night. You know, I was feeling my oats.
I'm feeling my oats.
I felt gorgeous. I looked like a foot, but I felt gorgeous. We're trying to come up with a name. And I always loved Angel from Rent, one of my favourite characters in Rent. So I wonder if I can use Angel and I can play with that somehow. And my friend decided, he was like, what about Angel Delight? And for those of you who don't know, those of you outside of the UK, Angel Delight is a pudding, sort of a mousse type pudding.
I look like a moose.
I remember having it back in the 90s. I don't even know if they still do it now. They might, I don't know. Do they still do Angel Delight? Let me know, comment below. So yes, he came up with Angel Delight. And I was like, oh, that's camp, isn't it? That's fun. It's better than blancmange anyway. And this was before I was a working queen. I wasn't performing. I was, you know, I'd done drag for fun. This was for New Year's Eve. And then I found out, I realised there was a Manchester queen called Angel Delight who was working. She'd established, she'd been working quite a long time. So I was like, well, I don't want to use the same name as somebody else. And again, I wasn't working at this point. So I was like, I've got time to think on this and change my name. And I stuck with Angel. I liked Angel, so I thought I'd stick with that. And then one day on the radio, I heard them say Angel Falls, which is a waterfall. It's actually the highest waterfall on Earth in Venezuela. And I was like, well, that's nice and it's quite classy. That was it. Angel Falls was born. And for years, I worked as Angel Falls. And then over the years, as my aesthetic changed, my drag grew and progressed, I very much donned this regal, royal, vintage aesthetic. Angel Falls became, I added myself a title as well.
Who the fuck does she think she is?
HRH, Honorary Royal Highness. Because I didn't know if you used Her Royal Highness, if the royal family might try and sue me.
Sue me, sue me.
I added in 2 middle names. So, and this is where I get a lot of my inspiration from my drag from. So, Honorary Royal Highness, Angel, Eileen Margaret. So Eileen was my grandmother's name. And my grandmother, sadly, she passed away when I was quite young. But she was extremely classy. She always dressed impeccably. We weren't allowed to leave the house as a family unless we were matching and colour coordinated. She always wore a hat or a headscarf and gloves.
She always wore a matching hat, shoes, gloves, and bag.
She was beautiful, always pristine. So a lot of my drag aesthetic does come from my grandmother. I have also worn some of her dresses, which you can see on my TikTok and stuff. And I might do a video about that at some point. Pin that. Pencil that in. So Eileen was put in, and then Margaret, after she is lurking over my shoulder here, Princess Margaret, who is my favourite royal sister of Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. And she was a bit of an icon. They say she was the Princess Diana of her day. And we're talking, late 40s, early 50s. And paparazzi were just becoming what we know them as now, really. Not quite to the same extent, but it was the early days of being papped and photographers following people around, and obviously celebrities and things as well. And she was the first, sought after royal that would be chased and followed around. So, I mean, famously dressed by Dior. She was the new look of Dior, that lovely cinched in waist and the big full skirts.
They're designed by Christian Dior, the originator of the new look.
Was also coined the Margaret look, because Margaret famously wore a lot of Dior, and, when that look was established and came out, she was seen wearing it, hence everyone else wanted to wear it. Her and the likes of Elizabeth Taylor. I think I've massively gone off on a tangent now, haven't I?
Things might improve with a drink. Everything improves with a drink.
So that's the name. Angel Eileen Margaret Falls. However, recently I've decided, as I said, to rebrand. And I don't think any more Angel Falls fits the aesthetic. It doesn't finish off class the way that I would like it to. And a lot of people say that when I'm in drag, Princess Margaret does come out.
I'm coming out, Papa!
And that famous rebel royal, she was regal and royal and loved to be treated as such. But at the same time, she was a party animal. She was a bit of a rebel. She did the things that the royals really shouldn't have been doing. So yeah, I've always been attracted to that sort of aspect of her. I am classy, I am regal, but at the same time, I like a good bloody party. And don't tell me what to do, because I'm going to do what I want anyway, as most people have found out. So I think that kind of sums up where my name came from, really. More affectionately now known just as Margo. And, maybe, Sundays, or if I'm accepting an award, or
That's the National Television Awards to you and me.
something, I'll go by Eileen Margaret. I'll use the full name, but generally Margo. A bit like Cher or Beyonce. Just the one name. That's all I need, really, isn't it? I don't need anything more than that. Why gild the lily, as they say? So, Margo. Here she is. What else can I waffle on about? What can I talk about? I don't know. I was going to have a gin and Dubonnet.
Should we pour a gin and Dubonnet?
Oh, yeah. A gin and Dubonnet was Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, and the late Queen's favourite little tipple. I am going to sneeze. Dear Lord, show a little shoulder. Oh. What was I saying earlier about feeling masculine and wanting to cover them up, and now I'm being a hussy and showing you my shoulders. Got a collarbone now, haven't I? Got a collarbone. Oh, look at that. A lot of my drag does come from vintage fairs and charity shops. I like to try and support and thrift and do that sort of thing. Yeah. I like to be resourceful and creative. I can sew. I'm not much of a seamstress. Oh, stunning. Again, of that era of dress that I love. I do plan on doing some videos about some of the royal history. Queens by a queen. Something like that. We'll do a little series, maybe. Honorary Royal Highness brings you the Royal Highnesses. But we'll do a little series, shall we? Shall we do a little series? Alternately, though, if you would like to see more drag, so makeup and wigs and costumes, some question and answers, some silly games, anything and everything. If you want to see any videos along those lines, let me know. And just film me being silly. What to do to die today at a minute 2222? Will someone please unblock my sink? I'm rather tired of asking. The teeth, the lips, the tip of the tongue. But I'm still learning the whole YouTube thing. I don't really know. Yeah, I think that's that. But Have fun. Thanks. I hope you're all well.